All right, and stick around. We're going to move to another mover, and that is Winnebago. Shares trending down by almost 3% after reported revenue fell short of expectations. The drop in revenue across both its towable RV and motorhome divisions was attributed to lower unit sales and higher discounts. And this was Winnebago's always interesting to me. Yeah. Any of the leisure vehicle category is always interesting to me, right? Because on the one hand, you have people who are traveling once again. Right. On the other hand, they're buying fewer things, and especially fewer big-ticket items. And so I guess, you did have a bit of an RV boom during the pandemic.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. This is another pandemic pullback. Yeah. I mean, so, you saw a lot of these on the road, or more than we had seen in decades, because once upon a time, that's what Americans did. And then they returned to that during the pandemic, but now it's certainly a pandemic pullback. So not surprised to see that in terms of their numbers today and the disappointment there. They're trying to spin it, saying, our team continues to successfully navigate a dynamic environment. The dynamic means it's changed.
Right. And it's changed for the worse in their case. Right. I mean, towable RV sales in particular were down by 52%. Mm-hmm. And again, that was because they sold fewer of them. We talk a lot about the price volume balance, but here there is just a clear decline in volume that cannot be made up for with an increase in price. And Thor Industries, which is another maker. By the way, Winnebago does make some marine vehicles or marine, I guess.
I don't know the name for it, but yes.
And that segment did do a little, it's much smaller, but that segment did not fare as poorly. You can see up about 1.9% year over year. But again, that's about less than a third the size.
But the Winnebago stock not taking as big of a hit as it did in the pre-market, so down just a couple percent.
Yeah, 2%. I haven't had a chance to look at the conference call, so maybe that's something that they said on the call.
Yes, maybe something they said on the call helped kind of reverse some of the pullback that we were seeing in the pre-market action. And also maybe some of the action now muted as we wait for Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to begin his official testimony. We have the prepared remarks out, obviously.
Yes.
Indeed.